Hello. Here we are at Ludum Dare 55. That's it, number 50. I had to think of what the number what the number was. It's number 55. We have received our theme. The theme is summoning. Na 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 na. So now we have from a couple of hours ago, we come up with our game jam idea and things, and uh, gonna get started. Basically, that's what we're gonna do. So, yes, uh, our idea will involve making a bunch of 3D objects that you would find in a house. So that's what I'm gonna get started on. I have my Le Default Cube to start. And yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, where are the tunes? I'm getting there. I nearly had it ready to go, and then I forgot. Let me pluck some sounds down from the cloud for us to play. So if we go.
Is it something strange?
That. Actually, we don't want to just play, we want to add it to that one. And then we want to shim-shamble them around. They have been shim-shammed. Yo, that's a bit loud. That is definitely too loud. I am certain that is too loud.
Is it something weird?
Or maybe that's just fine.
Is it something insane?
There we go.
Is
That,
something
if that's
awesome?
anything less than just background, I can turn it down a bit more. Alrighty, let's go. The first things I need to make is a wall. I guess wall is just generic wall, but like, relatively speaking, this is not just a wall, but this is going to be the scale by which all of the other things are made. So we don't have to have random scaling issues as much as before.
You can't explain it.
So yeah, that's gonna be the trick here.
You can't contain it. I don't know
Could go based on
what it is.
what
It just is.
something like that's too thick. I think we need to build the walls that thick. Scale-a-rooney down. Scale-a-rooney this way. I need some different sized walls as well. But like relatively, walls will be generally of a height. How tall are these? Should we take 4 as 4 meters and then scale everything accordingly? That might be the way to go. Or is that massive? So that'd be a 4
It just is.
meter wall. Let's just pretending that this number is so that's fairly tall, actually. Again, it's just a relative size, so the numbers don't need to mean anything,
Is it something strange?
really. We should bring in other assets to figure out if there's
Is it something weird?
another scale I should be working to.
Is it something insane? Is it something
Oh,
awesome?
looks So let's go ahead and save that as where in the heck things need to go. No, hang on. Get jumps. Get jumps. Sounds like it's getting rowdy. Okay, so we'll call this wall. Call this plain wall. Plain wall one, in case I need to make one. Yeah, let's check this against our cabinets. Chair. Table would be good because we can reuse some tables. Apparently we can use things that we have created ourselves previously. That's a rolly chair, so we could use that, but not everywhere. Let's check the tall cabinet. Oh, no, you have to import. That's right. What? Oh, I opened over the top of it. Oops. That's the thing I did. That's right. Import. Import. Let me do this now. Forget how you do this. None of these. Append. That's right. It's append. I'm gonna grab some things out of SketchUp, which is somewhere. Where? Objects. Where is desk? Alright, we got it. We found him, guys. Desk. The object. This is which our desk. So how does this measure up? It's always the last one. Let's just put it there for a moment. I want it to snap. Why won't it snap? Is that not rotating on its middle? Let's just that does not work. Oh, I have to hold shift, that's right. That's the wrong way around anyway. Just leave it where it is. Okay. Desk. It's a fairly reasonable sized desk to fairly reasonable sized wall, I think. Cool. That seems kind of correct. Desk for scale. Something like that. Yeah, I think that'll do the job. So that is wool. Doesn't have to be fancy wool. I guess I could give it some fancy bits. Although it just needs to block together, really. It's so if we were to build a room out of this, let's test to see if that works. Yeah, if you're looking at it top down, you would see enough of a wall. Yep. That would be the short end of the wall. So let's say that's our official height. Oh, why don't we make that like exactly 0.5 or 0.5? Oh, what's that gone weird now? There are two. So make that exactly 4.5, which I think is good. And we'll make that 12. Actually, why don't we make that 4? So it can be awesome multiples. Cool. And yeah, that still fits. And then 0.0. 0.04. The width of the wall. And that's widthy enough to see that it is in fact a wall. Cool. That's our one standardized wall now. That looks good. Maybe that could even be an outer wall. What's an overhead kind of look like from that? Zoom down too far. Constantly, you can see a bit of the surrounding. Yep. No, I think that's good. Cool. Alrighty. will do. And we'll make that wall. We made this one 12. We'll make one 6. And that will be like short wall pieces. Or maybe we do double that. Let's make that 24. Call that 24. And that'll just be like relative. Cool. Cool. And then let's make one that is 6. It's half the size again. Oops. I get 0, 6. Plus 3. It's like very narrow. Perhaps hallway only or something like that. Just normal set. Now we'll save as we may not use the 3. 48. Do we need a 12? Do we need an 18? Let's see what an 18 would look like. Bearing in mind 12 with our standard room. Yeah, if we've got a 6, we might need an 18. Save as number 18. Then we'll do. So what is our 20? 24 is our longest one so far. Would that be entire length of a house potentially, and build some simple rooms into? So basically, a very basic house would be 4 rooms, or even 2 rooms. But like, let's say it's 4 rooms divided into on each of these. Let's top down. This is what we need to do. Check that. Rotate. Rotate. This is very basic. Have to overlap slightly, but we can make that work. Redupe. Just blocking it out just so I can see that if I build the building blocks correctly, the building at the level will be not painful. And then we'd use, theoretically, we'd just use our 12. Or our, we use another 24. Maybe it's just this all the way. otherwise it moves. It moves. Just roughly approximation of 4 rooms, a separate 4-room square. With the ability to do such things as making that, so we've got our 12, so imagining we've got our 12 block, I'm just going to change it here though, because that would just be making of the thing. We can make divisions like this, or even we take another one, divide it again, we've got our 6 available to us. Might even need a 3. I'm thinking the 3 won't get used. It's there if we need it, I suppose. Make that the 6. What happened there? Actually, I should just do that. Oh, it looks like a Doom maze now. And sort of something. Where are my options? Align tools. Make everybody the same. X-axis? Nope. Z-axis? Yes. Beautiful. That's what I want. Excellente. Let's take another crack at this. Just pop it down there. And it's just like a rough approximation of how the level could be. You could have a small room here and just like have some basic items in it. Yeah, I don't think we'll need the 3. I think I might even remove it because it's just makes them unnecessarily complicated. Should have bookmarked the in fact, I'm going to do that right now. Bookmark. Pin. Game Jam folder. There we go. Now I can get straight back to it when I need to. Alrighty. Yeah, let's get rid of Plain Wall 1. Plain Wall 3. So we've got 6, 12, maybe 18. 18 if necessary. 24. I think anything bigger than that will be, well, there's a possibility that like even rooms this small are too small. That's a bit small. Maybe I make a 48 then. And then that'll be good. And then if we decide to make it bigger or smaller, we just have the blocks there if we need. The 18 get saved, like with the right wall in it. Let's just save it. Save as. We'll give this 48. Is that too massive? No, it'll be right. We don't have to use it if we don't need to. See if we make a huge level. Or need a really long wall for something. Cool. Alrighty. Let's now open... Yep. Let's now open... Plain wall 24 is going to be our... Good. Don't make it too large for scale. Maybe for 12. Let me look at my list of things I need to make. Tables. Oh, a dining set. That's gonna be like classic household needs. Table. We'll call it dining table. And summon. We'll summon a cube. Cube. Hey, come back. Cube. Don't be down there. Look like it's on the planes. Put something to it. Roughly. I'll figure that out later. I'll just keep in mind the approximate size of the top of the wall and we should be good. Let's squish them down. Squish them down. Not too squish. Whoa, and not too big. That's massive. Let's make a square table. Big, heavy square table. Oops, why does that? Oh, that's why I keep pressing H for hide instead of G for grab. G for grab. What's going on? Hey, capitalism! Glad you could make it. Yes, I only started. Well, it says I started about half an hour ago, but I've been mostly flamming around, making boring walls. So I've only kind of just started making interesting things. So, welcome to my wall. It is a cool wall. It is my perspective for creating the other objects so that they don't get out of whack. Because last time I made a bunch of 3D objects, I just created them in isolation and they were not the same size as anything else. Like everything had to be resized in order to go in the game. So I'm trying to not make that a thing I have to do as much this time. So that's a thing I'm trying to do. So I make this tabletop a bit skinnier for our dining table, and it's just going to be a basic kind of. I'm thinking basic kitchen table kind of thing. Nothing fancy, and not this massive. That's for sure. Stretching them out a bit this way. That's massive. I gotta change this to a 24 because I think that's giving me a false sense of scale. Let's make this small room, small walls, small dealios. Scooch them down a little. Yeah, because people gotta sit at this. People gotta interact. I should make a person. That would be a better model to scale of things. Oh, is it hard to hear me? That is not good. Oh, yeah, I didn't know how loud the music was, sorry. I will turn it down even more. I had turned it down, but I, couldn't tell how loud it was. How is this? I don't know. There's nothing playing. Oh, there's kind of things playing. How is the volume now? This is me talking with the music playing in the background. Cool. So it's kind of chill in the background kind of music, and you can still hear me yammering on. Cool. Let me know if you want a little bit more adjustment, because it's. I don't know any other way to. I can see the lines bouncing, but I can kind of guess relatively where it sits, but apart from opening the stream on another device and checking it, I don't know how you really do that other than get somebody to check it for you. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's a table. We definitely need a person for scale, I think. I'm just gonna mock up a quick... Is there a quick... a dude? What is armature? What is this? What did I add? What is this? Oh, I don't know what this is. Let's delete it. I don't know. Mesh. Monkey for scale. Sure. Edible. Okay. We don't need any of these. Perfect volume now. Excellent. That is good. Alright. I think I like this. I think it's fine. Once I put a person in the scene, it's going to be like, this table is for giants! Or ants! Could go either way. From Costco. Oh, the place with all the things. And the shelves. They've got, like, huge shelves at things. Like, you buy lots of things there. Not just some things. You buy the lots of things there. I know about Costco. I've been to one once. Just once, though. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Very, very novel, very cool kind of shopping experience that my friends took me on a shopping trip one time. It was very cool. Went on a little road trip to go and see it. Like it was the main attraction of the day, which it was, to be fair. Like, that was the thing. Okay, I gotta just commit. Like, I've got to be happy with this tabletop, and I've just got to start working on it. Alright, so now what we do is we're going to give it some bevel. Bevel, B for bevel. Nope, that's not bevel. Which one is bevel? I will just search until I find bevel. I'll just search for the thing I want, actually. Bevel? Oh, wait a minute. Is it not called bevel? Food court is 10 out of 10. Yeah. I didn't get anything at the food court while I was there because they were like mostly pizzas and hot doggy things, and I didn't feel like a hot dog, so. But it looked cool. My friend's got some things, and apparently it's good value for money. The hot dog thing. What? I'm not going crazy. Like, there's a... Oh, I know, I'm in object mode instead of mesh edit mode. Of course. Let me just forget everything I learned about Blender for a second. I want to bevel edges. Oh, it's E for bevel edges. I gotcha. I wonder if I could bevel them all at the same time. That might be this indicating that I can do this. I would like to bevel one, 2, 3, 4. Bevel. Switch them out a bit. Okay, how does it look? Horrible. What is that? Bevel edges. What have I done? What the... Why is it wrong and bad? Do I need to start with square and then change it? Yeah, that's fine. Lurkin's cool. Lurkin's what we do. I can make a round table. I can make it weird looking on purpose. Is it... I'm not crazy. Like, it's doing one side shorter. But I don't... How would I tell it not to do the thing that it's doing? Or does this look okay? Like, actually, is this fine? And I'm stressing for nothing. I don't love it, though. I surely have other bevel options. Seam off, off. Clamp, overlay off. I don't want to clamp. Segments? All segments is not going to fix this. Width? Offset A, minimum width. None of these are good. Why are none of these good? Can I change the profile of it? Maybe that's what I want to do. Not quite what I want to do. Oh! That's a fancy dinner table thing. Who decided that this has how far along the thing is? How do I change that thing? Or do we suck it up and that's just what the table looks like? I would like it not to do that. What if I beveled each edge one at a time? That still doesn't do what I want it to do. I want beveled edges that are symmetrical and not relative in some way. Oh, I make a fancy table? No, it would just look like I didn't finish the table, won't it? Yes. Right. Let's select the edges, all four, again, because they are, in fact, the edges I want to do. Oops. And then that way, once I figure out what the thing is I will have done it to all the things. I just take a small chunk out of each one. I can't spend too long on these things. Otherwise I will not make anything else. Oops. Alright, that's a table. Done. I shall now reutilize subject node. Let's just dupe this. No. Let's grab cylinders. Cylinders are much closer to the thing that I need to start with. Grab. Oh. Oh. Make it pre-sneeze concentration back on. Alright, let's stick them. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's stick them here. We need to make that sucker long. That's a good leg. I do declare. It'll do the job. Oh yeah, top down. I mean, some of these you won't even see the leg actually. Let's do some alignments. You want to be X aligned. Nope. Y aligned. I nearly said Y and then I was like, no, that's going to make them squish together. Yes. You guys be Y aligned. You guys can be then, by process of elimination, X aligned. You can be X aligned. And everybody should already be Z aligned already. Let's just make sure. Yep. Cool. Table. Table seems very long. Table seems extremely long. How long is that table in our fake dollary-doos? Properties? Can you tell me how big you are? Oh, it's literally looking in front of me. Dimensions. It's a 7-meter table. I mean, they exist. It should not be that long. Let's, like, bring that down to 5. And that's still a big boy table, but, like, it's not obsessively long. Okay. Well, reasonably sized table. And then a few things can fit on that too. How long do we make it? 3? No. 5.21. Make it 3 by 5. Wait, is it? Oh, it's not meters though, is it? It's not really meters. It's the correct size for this tall house. Actually, it is a lot of this is going to be top down, so I probably could do a fancy table. Top kind of thing. Ever ledges. Let's do some funky things. Maybe, maybe not. I think I have to Bevel all the edges. Do we just like delete them? Correct? What have I done? I've gotten rid of edges, but it's still beveled somehow. Oh! No, I've just gotten rid of faces. That's not what I wanted to do. Maybe I should just start with a new cube. Yeah, that sounds like a... That sounds like a thing I should do. Cube. Make it squish. Actually, I should just give it the same dimensions that this one has. Point 12. 3. 5. What was the other one? 3 and then 5. 3 and then 5. We'll temporarily move in case we like it and want to keep it. And now, go back to our edgy mode. Edit mode. Right, now we're going to make a fancy tabletop because actually that'll make it distinctive when you're looking at from above. And if we do it enough, it'll look like intentionalness. Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's that fulfills my vision of what I was going for and makes it unique profile from the top. Unique-ish. As opposed to anything else that may be around. Or a square. Get rid of this guy. We'll pop on this guy. X. Other X. Ooh, I could make the coffee table like that with the legs on the outside. Yes. But not yet. Thoughts for later. Now we got to get these legs in. Legs. And legs. Yeah, that looks... This is definitely looking like the thing. Should I subdivide and shade smooth a bit more? Faces. That is not... Now I'm second guessing whether I should change this. We can move those legs back later. Okay, last change I swear. Total top, bevel edge, increase the number of things so it is smooth. Oh, and what? Clamp on. And it is. Perfect. Wonderful. No? Not quite. That's perfect now. Okay. We're done with it. Finished. Finish mucking around. Time to get serioso. X. Other X again. Place on top of leg. Perfect. Z. Other Z. Leg. Leg. Is it still other Z? I need to be in this mode. Okay. Yeah, no shadows allowed because I can't see anything. We need to make you not X aligned, Y aligned. We need to make you Y aligned. We need to make you X aligned, not you. X aligned, X aligned. And then roughly all the same. It's very much, but eyeballing it. That's a table. Done. Table is done. Delete other gross, other weird table. File. Save. We'll export all those later. I think. Alrighty. Oh, I've been sitting still for too long. Concentrating real hard on one table. Oh, I've only got 72 hours for this game jam. I've just spent one of the whole hour just making walls and a table, so I'm gonna get a wiggle on. Alrighty. List. Where's my list gone? List is always disappearing. Let's just dock you up on the side there so I can always see you. That's better. I don't have to jump between things. Cupboards, chairs. Chairs is actually chairs would be good to build in this one. So let's go save as, and we'll call these dining chairs because we might have other types of chairs. Dining chairs blend up blend. Oh, well, that is not what I meant to call it. It is called dining chairs. Excellent. Alright, I'm thinking these chairs have a very similar kind of vibe and aesthetic to the dining table. Not quite like that. They are generally square. So if we make that 1 point... It's not quite meters. It's not quite meters we're using, but they can all be scaled down if we need. We're just using relative meters. They're big meters, not little meters. If we make the chair 1 by 1. 1 by 1. How many chairs? You should be able to fit 2 or 3 chairs if you're squishing up at a table. Maybe it should be a bit bigger. Maybe it's 1.2 or 1.2. Yeah, it's good. And these are kind of thin, kind of flimsy chairs, which is fine. We'll make them a little bigger. They're still not like... They're just like regular old standard-y chairs. Retate. It's not really how the chair's gonna be, but like... It's the beginning of the idea. X and Y... Oh, I think it's at Z. Is it the Z I need to check? No. Still, Y is still that way, I think. No, it is the other one. Nope, it disappeared. Didn't type in the thing I was typing. Ah, perfect. That's what I want. Let's make it a bit like that. These are big, basic. Let's duplicate these. Make them smaller. A little bit, and then scale them down. So when I'm looking at it top down, kind of looks like a bit like a toilet actually, because of the rounded edges, so to speak. If we offset this a little, and then we can make it look more like a chair. Yeah, first of all, let's duplicate these guys. Give them the legs. Give them the chair. And we will align this one. Oops. This one. Oh my gosh. Get out of there. Oh, it's right no. What is happening? That's right. And this one. And this one. Move these squidgems to this way a little bit. Let go. Squidgems. And that's pretty close. Chair is a bit weird. Is it not? Are they flatter than that? Something is strange here. Maybe they're not quite square. Maybe it needs to be like that? Yes, I feel like this is more correct. And that looks like more like a chair above as well. Alright, let's see if we can do a simple joining bar for the chair. Emphasis on simple. No, I will duplicate it when I've got a full one to do. I cut it and bend it. Does it need to be one piece? Doesn't need to be one piece. Alright. Yes. Time to edit mode this sucker. With the loop cut. Looks pretty good. Select this section. Several sections. All of the sections. It looks kind of janky to start, but hear me out. It will get better. Maybe that is too far. pretty awful. I don't know what happened here. Get rid of all of that. None of this is any good. What we needed was more loop cuts to begin with. Always begin with more loop cuts than you think you need. Back to the loop cuts. Here. More. That's right. Object mode. Move the things across. Closer. Whoa. Chats. Have finally returned. So what game are we doing? What's the topic? What is the general type of game we're making? What is the cheerful? Okay, in order. Well, not in order. So the topic was summoning. Was the theme, and the type of game we are doing is surprise. No, I'll talk about it in a bit. The general type of game is a odd jobs game where you do basic things around the house. Surprise! Yeah, I'll go into more detail when I start making the assets for it. For the purposes of what is the chair for, will be like the player will be doing odd jobs around the house. So what I'm doing is creating objects so we can build that level out. Yeah, dining table and dining chairs, the first thing up on my lists. I've already made some walls to build the basic level out with, but I figure... Classic Aussie. Yeah, I mean, it's an idea. It's of some kind. How does the summoning? Well, now that's the surprise bit. I'll just tell you. It's gonna be you are a demon and you get summoned to do the odd jobs. So like someone's like doing a ritual circle or whatever. We haven't figured that bit out, but like they're like summoning something. It's like, and then there's this little old lady there. It's like, can you paint my wall, please? Can you move that heavy couch to the other side of the room? And that's you're like lower class demon who has to be summoned to do like very boring human world stuff. So that's the summoning. So you are a demon that is summoned to essentially be, a fiver or not a fiver. What do you call them? Air tasker and that sort of thing. Yeah, being summoned for weird jobs. Yeah, exactly. So it's not a groundbreaking concept by any means, but it's very much a just a fun, humorous kind of little twist on because we love doing our games a little bit of humor in them. Get your demon handyman for $200. Exactly, it's demon handyman kind of that kind of thing, essentially. So that's the premise. But yeah, we'll figure out a bit more fleshing out of them. Like we're thinking like little mini games to complete for the actual gameplay style. So one of them's going to be like moving an object, like a puzzle pusher. Like you need to push this object from this room to this room without getting it stuck somewhere. Like very basic, not like the point of the game, I guess. So like it's not a puzzle platform. It's not a puzzle platform. It's not a puzzle game, so to speak. It's just part of the game. You played the Deliveroo game. You liked it? You had some slight feedback. Absolutely. I think I don't know if the comments are still on that one, but feel free to also leave comments on there. But like what we plan to do when we come back to these games, especially the Deliveroo one, whilst we had to not make changes after post jam until it was all done, we do plan to on that one maybe come back and like make it better. Like we really just got in under the line on that one. In terms of like polish and things we wanted to put in it. yeah, we were really struggling to finish that one. But being the first 3D one, I think we still did a good job. But yes, feedback, yes. And bike was a bit slow and how to avoid the birds. Yeah, so it's in the yeah, yeah. Ik was our very latest one, and we definitely learnt some things from Uberu to implement into Ik, for sure. Um, the bike was a bit slow, so we did figure out that tightening the camera made the speed. No, we didn't even change the speed of the bike. Like it made it feel a little better, but it was still like not great. So we had to make the bike slower because we didn't have enough time to make the world bigger. It was kind of the kind of the thing we had to do. I mean, and yes, that's shortcuts and that's cutting corners and things that would like stuff that if we had more time, we would make it better. So definitely that was a. Also, other people commented, it's like, oh, it's the feel of the bike doesn't feel super great. And I was like, yeah, no, that's fair because it doesn't. So yeah, we definitely had the intention, have intentions to sort of make that a little better for next time. So thank you for that feedback. And how to avoid the birds? That one is meant to be pretty hard, as in it's meant to be hard to avoid the birds entirely. But if you, in the instructions, there's meant to be a spot where it's like press this for turbo, but like we didn't really have a chance to like properly show the turbo and stuff like that. Not a skill issue, just like it's meant to be hard, but we accidentally made it harder than it was supposed to be because we didn't explain real well how the turbo stuff worked in the instructions, or like we had to put it in afterwards. But yeah, it was like a whole thing. But yeah, no, it did get a lot of people. Like, it's like, oh man, the birds get me every time. It's like, we as the developers were like, oh, you just do this. Like, but also, like, not everybody has the. Well, you develop the game, you of course know how to play it perfectly because you've played it so many things, but like, it's really hard to play your own game for the first time while you're testing it. That's just not a thing you can do. And not having too many other people who can test it for you, it's all hard, really. Gonna loop cut that one. Yeah. Anyways, no, but the feedback is appreciated because we do perhaps one day, somewhere, somehow, to come back to these and like polish them up a bit more, or work on them a bit more, and things like that. So definitely appreciated either way. So, hey, that kind of looks like a bent metal pole. What does it look like in the real world? Object mode. It's not terrible. Okay, we got to commit to it because I've got a lot of objects to make and I can't be fussing around every single one. Funny typo yesterday. Oh yeah, stressing instead of streaming. Are we streaming or are we stressing? Let's not do the stressing part. I'd like not to. Like, this is meant to be relaxing, kind of. Just doing things. So, as in the game jam and streaming and stuff is just meant to be like kind of chill. That's why I always put chillaxing in my stream titles, usually. Oh, I need to turn back to this so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, we lined up here. Oh no, that was in the right spot. This is the one I need to fix. Something like that. That's pretty close. If it's out of whack, it's because it came like that from the manufacturer. No, I will make it properly. Alright. Alright. It's looking like a chair at least. Am I just... I need a dividing line. I need something... Oh, this should... Advanced aligning operations. I want this to align along... Oh, that will take too long to think about how I want to tell it to be aligned. I think I'll just eyeball it and just figure it out. Can I change... Can I rotate the view from here? No. Oh. Also, what happened to these? I feel like they weren't like that before. Maybe they were. They all seem a bit close to the edge. Aligned. Nope. Aligned. Oh, come on. Aligned. Not that one. I always pick the wrong one first somehow. Okay, yeah, that's better. And these are approximately... approximately correct? This is right. This is not right. This needs to align to this. That's why it looks weird. That's... okay, it was like a little bit... the y-axis on the top one was a little bit out. Yeah, no, she'll be right. I just could feel there was something wrong with the top to the bottom, and that's what it was. And now it... yeah, that feels better. Now that's a chair. Cool. I don't know, some sort of weird alien chair I have made, but it is a chair nonetheless. And it's just going to sit like that. And we always check from the top down because... oh, that's great, actually, because it definitely gives it chair vibes. Because it's possible, like, we're not sure. It could be isometric, or it could be, like... where's my face frowning? I'm not frowning. Yes, face detection software is like... no, you're definitely frowning. You're upset. No, I'm not, though. From the top down, potentially we might have a pushing game where we're pushing the things on from a top down, so I need to make sure it looks good from like a simplified top down kind of view, as well as if we end up doing like a isometric or a 2D or a like a, you know, or even a first person kind of thing. If I build a 3D model that looks good from all the angle or is recognizable from all angles in a simple way, we can do it either way. But like the one that's going to be the most simplified is a top-down view. So if it's recognizable top-down and looks okay from regular angles, which it should do, then we should be right. And that's the idea behind that one. And I'm going to call chair done. I should probably give textures to these, but we're going to end up putting new textures in them later anyway. Make the home screen look like a desktop and have notifications appear for jobs. So my game partner is got an idea for how summonings occur, and I do not know what that is, but he says he's got an idea, so I'm gonna entrust that bit to him. Help incorporate the desk and chair. Oh, right. This is not going to be the... so this part is like just the... there's going to be a separate section that's going to be like the demon home, which I don't know what it'll be. At the moment, I'm just going to... we may not even have a home base, technically. Like, home base is going to be our nice to have for, like, last bit of the jam. So, yeah, so what the table and chair is going to be is... it's going to be not set dressing, but it's going to be like the building blocks of the levels where you go to. So we're building the levels first, and then like the stuff around it, like menus and how you get jobs, and all of that sort of thing. Like it may be just simple like, hey, you get the next job, you go to the next job kind of thing, and it's just a black screen to start. But we will do in a home base, hopefully, if we have time, which I think we will. Like we definitely, it's not a it's not a nice to have, it's like a probably should have, but like if we needed to cut a corner, that's a corner that could be cut. So we kind of have to start with the end in mind, knowing that we only have 3 days to make this. So yeah, anyways, going on and on. But yes, that would be a cool way to do it. It's much in the same way that a lot of the other simulation games do, like jobs that come in. So, like, I've definitely played Electrician Simulator, House Flipper, and they have like a desktop with emails that come in and you collect jobs. Building Simulator does that too, and I love it as a mechanic. It's really, really good for the desktop kind of thing, and you get to like manage your jobs and stuff like that. For this one, we feel like we want the demon to feel like he has no choice and it's a drudgery of one job after another. So he, rather than a you get to pick your job thing, it'll be more like a uh well, you're suddenly doing this and now you're suddenly doing that. Um yeah, so that's kind of like how it'll be. So far, that's the kind of idea at the moment, but we'll see how we go as we go. I put dining chairs, but I only have one dining chair, but it'll be fine. Maybe I should colorize it to give it more feel, more love, more something. I guess I don't really care what colors all the bits are, so long as they are the same color with each other. So let's not assign any colors because they're going to have to be put on afterwards, and I don't really mind so much what they look like. Right at the moment, they just have to be an item. All right. Next on the list, so let's cross off table. Let's cross off. Did I call it dining table? We have dining table. Dining table is dining table. Dining table. Dining chair.
Something weird. Something insane.
What's this strike through? I think it's.
Something awesome.
Oh, I don't remember what the strike through code is.
It just is.
I'm sure it's very simple. Is that not the same strike through I put in before? Considering the players are in, it looks pretty good there. Yeah. We're getting there. I think we're getting there. What in the heck? Sorry, I'm just trying. I'm on my other screen, just looking through my list of things to do, and I'm trying to put in. I think that's a tilde. That's why I forget it every time. It's tilde. It's like 2 tildes? Yes. Right, it's a tilde. I remember now. Okay. So done the table, chair, house objects, house. So we've done wall. And in fact, we have done walls 6, 12, 24, 48. Oh, and there's an 18 in there as well, which may or may not get used actually. And I can make up the walls accordingly. So what I've done is I've made multiples of lengths of wall. So yeah, multiple lengths of walls will enable us to like block in and build the map of the level hopefully pretty easily. At least that's what I'm hoping. So those ones are done. I will probably need to make a door or doorway. I have these fancy rooms with doors that are just sliding. Just make everything a sliding door. Actually, that's what we're doing. Everything is a sliding door. I've just been scrolling on Reddit and saw this post. The comments are ruthless. I love Reddit. Oh, a particular post or just generally posts have ruthless comments? Because that is definitely true. But there's also like really wholesome stuff on there too. It depends where you go on Reddit, to be fair. I think. Alright. since we're in the kitchen still, or already, let's go save as, and we're going to make a new one. I'm just going to add things as I go so that I continually keep things in proportion. And then when I'm like more or less done with all of my objects, what I might do is just go back into my blend folders and like delete or hide the supporting actors, so to speak. There's one post about someone asking a random question on whether they should do something. Yeah, like isn't that like most of Reddit? The anime subs are super wholesome, but the car ones will destroy you. Probably. I can see cars getting mixed up with some toxic mindsets and toxic people for sure. Not to say that those people are toxic, just that those sort of subjects can attract those sorts of people on a scale and a quantity that is not so much in other areas, I think. But anime, that's nice. That is wholesome because that definitely also has like there's all sorts that love anime nowadays. So yeah, dining. No, we're not doing dining anymore. We are doing. What's our next? What next object? I need cupboards. I know that's super boring, but I need to like design what the cupboard's gonna look like and make it sort of seeable from above. In fact, I'm gonna do wardrobe because that may in fact actually be this might be a game object. So I'll try and make the things that are definitely going to be game wardrobe. Wardrobe. There we go. If we make like a classic wardrobe, pull up the icon. That's such a good idea. Capitalism strikes again. Let's go to Let's all go to IKEA. IKEA. I don't know my location. IKEA Australia. Here we go. Shop by room. Oh, let's go to the kitchen. What have they got? I'm definitely going to make too many things now, but... Oh, heck yes. I need to make an oven. Or an portable induction hob. Oh, that's $69. That's pretty good. Oh. I'm not shopping. Sorry, let me just pull this. Huh. Look at this. Like, that's pretty cool. That's like a portable induction cooktop. I don't know how powerful it'd be, but like, if you didn't have an induction cooktop and you just needed more cooking space for thing, you could like just pull this sucker out and be like, okay, spaghetti, you can cook over there while I'm like working on my real stove. Like, how good? Definitely not shopping right now though. Kitchen. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Okay, sure. Yeah, here we go. I just wanna look at pictures. Here we go. Oh, even a top-down view. Okay, sinks will look good. Cupboards will be like a half square cupboard thing. This is great. This exact picture is perfect inspiration. Like, actually. Yeah, and these flat cupboards, that's kind of exactly what I was thinking. Like, teeny tiny little handles, if any. Oh, they'd be push magnetic ones, so you don't even need to make handles. Like, they're just, I assume that's the kind of ones, which I love. I love, 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 love. So good. Or even these ones with the little, oh my gosh. Oh, maybe not the yellow. Let's look at some more. This is design research. Look at those. They're like little tiles. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we're already making basic things, but like also definitely a kitchen island. So we need to make benches. Benches is an actual item that I need to make. there's no IKEAs in Southeast Queensland. There's only one. There's only one in Logan. Oh yeah, I think that's the one I went to, actually. Yes, we're not shopping. Definitely. Oh, my God. We could also be bookmarking things for later, which is what we could be doing. Mentally bookmarking. I only just went to IKEA like 12 months ago. It's too soon. Too soon to go again. 12 months ago? Maybe a bit more than 12 months ago. Okay, so from this, we have gathered we're going to need at least a bench added to... Let's get out of there. The the Beamer dealership is right next to IKEA. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. Oh yeah, we were going to jump to other things, but I think we do need to make a bench. And we'll just call it bench. Because that will be a level blocking, level asset that we'll need. And it will need to be height relative. Benches can be a little higher, I think, than the table. But if it looks too high, then it'll look weird. And this is where the height things come in, and I need to like make sure when I make a person that they're also like relative to the... we're not making them round though. We'll make the same thickness, so we'll make it like 0.06. 0.06? No, 0.12. That's the scale that's dimension. Okay. Let's make a cube. Make a cube. Put it over here. Whoop. We squish them. We squish them down. We make him long. Oh, that's too long. Maybe the pieces of benching should be similar to the walls, in that they should be multiples of 6. Well, multiples of 12. 6 is half of 12, so it's all relative. 12 relative number. Is that too tall for regular... No, it's just a little taller than a... So that should be the right height. If we look at this, it's slightly taller than that, so if you stand up, you're working out the bench. Could be too short. No, I think that feels correct. Maybe if our walls end up looking too tall, I will change them. What if we... Okay, maybe just a little bit. Like there. Yes, that's good. Alright, now we make another square. Not a plane. A cube. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have just duped this guy. Da-na-na-na. Am I really just gonna make the bench like a plain old boring bench? Yeah, benches are tall. Benches are taller than a sitting down table, but they're not quite so tall. Like, I can still reach a bench, so they're not that tall. Not as tall as a cupboard that I can't reach the top of. Alright. Okay. So the question remains, am I making a boring bench? Or am I making... Well, I say boring bench, but like we can make the colours nice. But from the top, what will it look like? A square? Do we want it to look like squares? Or do we want to give it... Like then, because then the player won't know it's a bench, right? Or will they? Will we give them the clues to say this is a bench because it's got junk on it? This is how you tell it's not something else. Yes, square, regular is fine because then we can put pieces of them together. Boring and see how much time we got left. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Let's. The thing is I'm not only like what looks good, what can I make in an amount of time, and what how will it interact with the objects around it, given that I need to make it in such a I need to make most of these objects in such a way that they click like Lego blocks sort of thing, that you can just click into, take this piece and put it over here, and then that clicks and you can make several of them. And while we will be building, and I can custom design pieces for some levels if need be, we want to be able to just take these blocks and just shove them in and make levels out of them. So those are all the considerations I got to make. Not just, oh, that looks pretty, let's make that. Whereas this one's a standalone object. It doesn't matter if it has rounded edges. So yes, I agree. Let's do boringness. Just rest that guy on there. Oh, no, he needs to be... So bench top does need to be slightly larger. And we're going to just scale... Oh, too much? Freaking out. We need to just scale this down. The smallest of smidgens. And we grab this guy and we chunk him on top. And then he looks good. Right? And you can have some overlap and some gap. That makes it real. Yes. Maybe it's too much. No. A little bit less. Let's get right up close and personal with this ledge. Yep, more of an overhang on the side, less of an overhang on the front, because you generally want that flush for the aesthetic. But these can butt up against each other when they are clicking together, and then there'll be a gap, an obvious gap between where a set of benches finish. Perfect. If I do car keys, please do. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I don't see why not. That'll be like set dressing, so that'll definitely be like day 2 or day 3, maybe, if I get to put that kind of detail in. Unless there's a specific need for car keys, which I can do that. That's fine. Alrighty. Save. That's our bench. And our standardized bench size we decided was 2 by 6. Which is the bench top. And then this bit is a little bit smaller than that, which is good. And I think we're done. We will use that as either a kitchen island. Actually, that's a thought. I need to squivvy align the things. I think it was right because I didn't move it after scaling, and it should scale to proportion, like even sides from each side. I need to look at it from the Z. You know what? I've just changed my mind. I'm gonna make this proportional on all sides, so that we just have. Which way do I need to scale it? Y. The Y needs to come out to be 0.8, I reckon. And that should be almost exactly. It's the same distance that the X is from its fullness. So that's like 0.02 in lip on all sides, which is perfect. And we'll just check that again. Align locations. And now it's done. Okay. It is more or less flush with a tiny 0.02 overlap on all sides evenly. I'm happy with this. Oh yeah, a link if I don't think I have. I think Twitch doesn't block links, so if you want to link a reference image or something like that, that would be cool. Yeah. I mean, it'll be all sorts of people, but little old lady's definitely gonna be our, like, bread and butter clientele, so to speak, because that's in the real life, you know, not just ladies, but like older people, older folks who just can't get around as easily anymore. And fair enough, they've done a hard life, and they just need a little bit of help from a friendly demon, a friendly face. Oh yeah, chuck it in the Discord if you got one. That's cool. Um, that is fine. Like I said, I probably won't be looking at anything of that smaller scale until I've got some level builder stuff out. But yeah, definitely like stash and I thought I had a thing, but I didn't. Stash for later will be great. Okay, yep, we're good. Stop playing around with it. Move on to the next one. File, save as. What's our next thing? What are we making? We've done the kitchen bench. So we're gonna need things for to be on the kitchen bench. Let's make that cooktop, I reckon. We just plonk a cooktop on the bench in order to build out. And I'll just call it cooktop because I may change my mind. The thing is, an induction cooktop is so simple. It's just like a flat square with some lines drawn on it. And the every other type, like if you do a classic electric cooktop with the swirls, like there's that whole thing. Or then if you do like a gas cooktop like mine, it's got the little grid, the grills that kind of like come up like little, they see sort of like the flame cage, the thing that the flames sit under. So and then you've also got like the actual, like the element with the gas comes out of as well. So like there's this whole a whole thing for those ones. So that's why we're going in not for any populist reason, just induction cooktop is easier to model. So that's why we're going induction in this household. And all households that may appear in this game. Alright, so let's just dupe this guy, make him small. Let's scale him up this way and then this way. And that looks about... I mean, it doesn't matter if it's thick there, because we can actually bury it in when we're excuse me, when we're building the thing. Okay, I'm gonna actually need a reference photo for a cooktop. Cool. Alright. Cooktop, right. Yes, I need a reference photo. Induction. Cooktop. Images. Man, they really are just a square with some drawings on it. Like, look at this. Square with drawings. Square with drawings. Square with drawings. I will probably need a texture to do those circles unless I do funky things with the model. Geez, they really do just be flat though. Like, let's not go overboard fancy. Let's just give it 4 circles. We can do a hybrid futuristic model where it's like a flat cooktop but like 4 raised surfaces. And like a raised knob pad. Not a knob pad, but like a controller. But it's all still touchscreen and induction. It's just beveled slightly so that it can show it in real life. I think that's what we will do. So in order to do that... So you want 2 big ones and 2 small ones, generally speaking. But we could do... Yeah, we could do either way. So let's make... So what we actually need here now is a circle. Where is the circle? Come here, circle. This is much too big. Make small. Oh yeah, I need to give it a face. Give it a face. Extrude. Something like scale it. Oh, jeez, no. Like that kind of thing is what I'm thinking. It's like halfway through an element one and a an element one and a an induction one. So we do something like a bit like that, and then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is actually. Did that circle from the faces? No. Don't worry about that. Just get it in, get it done. Line them up on the Z. Let's put that guy there. Oh, these need to be... Well, the other ones need to be bigger, I guess. So let's dupe again. Scale them up. That can be a big one. Dupe. And that can be a big one. Which way around? I don't even know where I am. No. This needs to be the other way around. The big one always goes on the bottom left. So we'll just move this one around. Let go! I just want this one. Gonna rearrange. Messages. Here we go. It's perfect considering I kept my worn down old keys. Nice. If you want, I could gather some reference photos for the items you have yet to get for time efficiency. If you like. So basically, where's my document? These are the objects that I'm looking to do. Mostly it's just like walls, the textures. I'm just gonna like Photoshop spray some things on some stuff. So a bunch of textures, but like couch would be definitely a good one. Oven, well, maybe not oven. Just undecided on oven. We might just stick with cooktop because again, prioritizing things that'll counter the top-downness of the scene, depending on how we utilize the scenes. But couch will definitely be one, and cupboards, different cupboards and things like that. That's what we got. Old lady looking couch. Even if it's just a generic, like the couchiest couch. You know, like there's things where you go, that is the most fish-looking fish I've ever seen. Like, I love, like, this aesthetic is going to be, that is the most, that of that thing, that is the most that thing of that thing can be. You know, the couchiest looking couch. The tabliest looking table. You know, just like so that object. And thus then being pretty simple to replicate, hopefully. We will see. We will see. Yeah, like I said, I want to be able to like slot this stuff into anything and not have to make specific ones for specific things. But yeah, like, if it looks like it would belong in an old lady's house, then all the better. Alright, we need to align this way. Align this way. Every time. Every time I get confuzzled. This way. Yeah, I remember. Okay, cool. Now we need to move this whole business just slightly this way. Oh, didn't hit enter. That was my mistake. And dilly. Didn't hit G first. Now what that looks like from above is not just a raised circle, but also a little bevel inwards to the into the object. So it's very clear what this is meant to be. And what I'm going to do now, though, is just ruin everything. And I'm going to move them a bit closer because I forgot to put any sort of controls on. Leave them and put them on the side. That is also an option. Does that look weird? Are they just too much of a different size? Let me check my work here. Maybe they're too big difference in size. Or maybe I need one big one and 3 medium-sized ones. Just something is not lining up here for me and I'm not super stoked. Oh, 2 medium ones and a small one. That's the formula. Maybe? I gotta stop messing around with this. It should be nearly done by now. I should have another object already. Ah! This is the way. I should just make them all the same and not be like hyper realistic to like what sizings things would be. Ugh. Actually, other induction cooktops also look ugly, so like maybe I should just not worry about it. You know what? Yeah. We're just going all symmetrical wrap. Got top down. Do the dupe. Pop it over here. Line up our Joes. Oops. Let go of the other objects. Right, that's what it is. We're making this guy squinch down this way a little. And then what we're going to do, with a little bit of magic, no magic at all actually, just standard tools. Couches! Hey, they look pretty good. Let's see. Perfect $600 IKEA couch. Stove is looking good. Well, it's something. It's getting somewhere, I suppose. Yes, these look good. Nice. The thing I love about them is that they are generic and square. So I appreciate... This is like a perfect couch, actually. I like it. Yep, I'm going to use that grey one. It looks really, really good. Beautiful. That will be... I'll do that one next, actually. Because there will definitely be... Can you move my couch? Is definitely a thing. Yes, indeed. Cool. Alrighty. Now we need to make our knobbly doos. We'll do that with a plane. Different kind of plane, but spelled the same. We a bit more. Oh, he was bigger than I thought. There we go. Perfect. We'll scale him this way. We'll scale him. Scale him this way. Maybe this way a bit more. I am a robot cooked up from the future. Because it looks like a little mouth. Alright. Looks good to start. Time to extrude. Oops. Give me my thing. Edit. Edit. Edit mode? There we go. Extrude. Scale. Certainly needs to do, hey. Just a very shallow extrusion, generally speaking. Whoopsies. Put that down. Grab all. Move. And then, like, my argument is just everything shows up there afterwards. So, like, after you've... Oh, jeez. When you turn it all on and stuff, it lights up with all of the highlights. It's just always turned off when you're looking at it. So that's all it needs to be. So it's an induction cooktop with a raised bevel so that you are like aware of the things. Because sometimes you're like, it's just... It would be more useful if it was just flat. Like, I understand why we don't do this with actual cooktops, but this is just an aesthetic choice. We need to make it make sense. Dear. Oh, man, I've been working... We started this at, like... Well, we did our planing phase for a couple of hours from 11, and then I've been streaming since about 1 o'clock. So I've been working on this for about 4 hours now. Mayhaps it's time for some food. I know it's only been 2 hours, but like, also I'm hungry. Oh, chat, sorry. Sounds good, that's fair. What did I think of? SAO Gun Gale. Well, look, I have love. I can find love in my heart for all anime. I can, for most anime. Maybe not all, but for like quite a substantial acknowledgement and appreciation for all types. I didn't like Gun Gale very much, but I didn't hate it. So like, I wouldn't watch it. I watched it for the sake of watching it, but I wouldn't watch it again for fun. Whereas if you asked me to watch season 1 again, I'd be like, oh yeah, I could do that. But if you asked me to watch season whatever Gun Gale was, I'd be like, I'd rather not. That's my feelings on SEO Gun Gale. I just was not enthused by it. But like, not to the point of like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe they even deigned to like put this on the television and the streaming services. They should have just burnt it in a hole. Like, that's not what I'm about. But I also didn't enjoy it quite as much as I have other things. So I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like it, is my official stance on that matter. And I'm still not happy with how this top of this cooktop looks. Do I need more bevels? Is that why I'm not happy with it? Is it too square? Is it too square or is it too tall? There's something is just not something here for me. It's just some weirdness happening. What does it look like from top down? That'll give me a... That's why. Because your bevel is different on all of the sides because it's not absolute, it's relative. I understand this. But I also do not like it. Undo, 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 undo. Undo. Now. Here's what we're going to do instead. So I'm going to grab these. Actually, now we're going to grab these. Wait, no. Just these ones. Is that correct? And it's not scaling the... It is scaling those. What is it that I want it to do? You got the SEO game. I started playing it since a combo from last stream. Yeah, I haven't played the SEO game. That... I'd have to look into that. That sounds like a thing. Is it like a VR game? Is it full dive? Obviously not full dive, but like, I'm assuming it's some sort of adventure fantasy type game. Alright, what do we got to do with this guy? We want to grab... We want to scale, but we want to scale it... Oh, right, it's scale in an X or Y only direction. That is the thing I want to do. And that is what made this not horrible. Okay, I think we're good. We're going to plop him down onto the surface again. I say plop him down. Hey. Grab him. Put him there. And that looks good. It's fun, but it's not full dive. I would have expected. That's cool, that's cool. I would look into it when I'm not in the middle of a frantic dev for my life. And I say dev because all parts of game development are dev. Everyone in the game, if you're making a game, is part of the development, and you are a developer if you work on a game. Whether you're doing art, music, QA, production. I don't actually work in game development, so I don't know what other roles there are. I just think of the things that I do, or I can do, while I'm making an indie game. But whatever other sections there are, they are all playtesters. That's dev. They are all part of this cycle of life. Okay, it's now in line with these guys. Ooh, it looks kind of funky. It's good. It's done, and it is complete. I'm happy with having it slightly smaller than the, like, it doesn't need to reach all the way to the edge. Like, there might be an on-off switch. Oh no, I'm gonna have to make an on-off switch, won't I? No, it's implied. There's an implied on-off switch somewhere over here where the kids can't reach it. These controls are automatically locked out until it switches on. Maybe there's a wall switch that we'll never see. Cool. Alrighty, that's all we need. We'll save that. That's our cooktop. That's our cooktop completed. We need to play. Yes, probably do. 3-day game jams generally, your playtester is you. You are the playtester, and sometimes the game does play you. But yeah, I'll flick through if we have if we have the ability to flick over a link for testing at the point at which we are ready for that and it works, we will do that. Generally speaking, like the exportable, shareable version of the game is only possible in the last several hours of the jam. As in order to have somebody playtest something, it has to be able to be built and packaged out of the game engine. So, like, you do all the things, and you export it and then test it. And then if it doesn't work, you try again. But, yeah, generally speaking, that is... Well, I mean, you do bits of it, like, partway through so that it works throughout every step of the game. But, yeah. We'll definitely, if there is stuff to playtest, I'll definitely pop the link up for some testing. But generally speaking, the test is: did it work? Is it broken? Will it be good enough? And usually the dev can answer yes, no to that one. But definitely like longer form stuff and things like that definitely need lots and lots and lots of testing. So that like our test is: did it work? Yes. Okay, proceed. It's the flowchart. It's like it's a yes no diagram flowchart. It's like, does it work? Do we need it? And a series of yes nos on those. Okay, yeah, done. Yep, let's leave the cooktop alone. We are working on... What are we working on next? Where's that couch? There's that beautiful couch. Lovely. Lovely. We're gonna build him... We're gonna build him over here because I feel like couches are relative to chairs in terms of the height they are from the ground. So I'm gonna... Excuse me. Thank you. I did that thing again where I didn't think about what I was doing. Not Z. Y. And then X. And that's approximately the height we want it from the ground, because that's the height of a chair. We may want it a little higher. I think the height of a chair and a couch are fairly similar, but they're not... Like, some go a little, like, squish it down a bit, so you might end up with something that starts a little higher. But I think that's a good starting point. And we'll go save as, and we'll save this as couch. 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 The couch. Have I ever thought I needed an 80-pack of fruit gummies? Like, only all the time, but specifically in this instant, I have some various lollies and chocolates at my disposal. Oh, I forgot. I was talking about getting some food. Distracted me. I might get some food in a little bit. I think if I'll feel somewhat accomplished if in the 2 hours, nearly a half hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes, if I have achieved and accomplished. What the heck is going on with this scene over here? There we go. If I have completed, you know, cooktop, bench, table, chair, wall, and a couch. Couch is like a big one. Couch and maybe wardrobe. Costco made you buy it. Well, that's just a good investment, isn't it? Like, like that's just good. That's just good financial decisions, really. If it's from Costco. Like, yeah. I gotta figure out... I just gotta commit. Okay, so this is just a marker. It's not actually gonna be our couch, although it is round. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna steal. Original blends do not steal. 25 cents each. 25 cents each. For like the pack, or for like for each pack of the pack? 25 cents would be pretty decent for a pack of lollies. If it's 25 cents a lolly, I feel like you may be being ripped off there. I need to append. Now here's the thing we're gonna do. We are going to grab from here. Which one? The chair. The chair I spent way too long in the last game chair making because I was just fitzing and futzing and just doing whatever. Because I was like, I need to be le perfect. And it looked pretty good at the end, but like I definitely spent too long on it. I need all of these, I think. Yeah, right? Look how ridiculous this thing is. Hey. Well, the textures didn't come with it, but that's alright. Like, look how... and look how big it is, too! Look at this chair. Look at this monster. Look at this absolute chungus of an object. Like, look at him. Look at him in his magnificent glory of... Why are there extra things? Why is half of it... Did I import 2 sets of things? See, look at this. This is just like... This is the cushion. Cushion out of the chair. You could even use pieces of this for other bits. Like, just pull it apart. The sausages were $2 with unlimited refill drink. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, the chairs. Look how big this chair is. Like, he is a lechonky boy. But I just realized I've got like extra little objects here that I don't need. And this is definitely not how I made it last time. Like, these are being weird. What are these doing? There are like several wheels. Maybe the smoothing like fixed them all out. Whoop. Oh. Doing a game jam at the moment. Somebody wanted me to play Play-Doh, and I'm like, I normally would, but not right now. Oh, it is duplicate. Look at all these. That's why I thought it was weird. Look at all the dupes and the duping. Did I copy too? Oops. Okay, that looks less weird now. Not that I'm gonna exactly use this chair, but... What's the price for the game jam? Cloud? I don't think there really is a prize, except for like, good job, you reached this level of like, you got like number 50th in innovation or something. I never kind of looked at whether there was a prize. I think it's just for funsies. I'm pretty sure. If there is a prize, it's probably just like featuring on a something. They do sometimes, like if you make your game a Steam game, like they'll feature you in the showcase and stuff. Like I don't know if you need to be the winner for that, but like good games might get featured and showcased. Probably the winners probably definitely get showcased. But like as in I don't know whether that's like just the winning one or other ones as well. So that is a good question. And I don't really know the answer. I just do it because it's fun to make games. Yeah. Like, I never go into it hoping or expecting to win, you know, because that's probably... I say unrealistic that I don't think we can make a good thing, but, like, unrealistic in that, like, if that's what you go into it hoping to win or trying to win, then you're not going to get out of it what the Game Jam is about, which is actually the Game Jam is about making something. Like, it's literally just about, like, get in, jam, and make something. Like a jam session for musicians, for example. When you say, oh, we're just jamming, like, you're just making stuff. You're just making noise, you're making music of sorts, but, like, you're not sitting down, you're not songwriting, you're not composing, you are jamming. Which is why I think it's really good that they use the terminology game jam as opposed to game dev competition or anything else like that. Like, it really is just a jam. At least that's how I see it and how I interpret it and how I treat it, which is, you know, this is good to do it that way, because otherwise you could get very discouraged very quickly when you don't do amazingly. Like, if you made a thing, you won. That's it. You is winner is you. You made the thing. I gotta scale this big boy down. Oh, the sun. I don't need to bring the sun with me. It can go over there. Jam, strawberry jam is the best. It is the best. I won't fight you because I agree. I'll scoot the chair over here. Come with me. It is still an enormous chair though. Like the chair to end all chairs. Although it's only probably slightly bigger than the scene around it. What? No! Stop! Well, that is actually some good tunes, but for the purposes of Twitch streaming, oh, I forgot to turn on cycle. One moment, I need to fix my music here. Don't play. Did I at any point? I didn't click. I clicked clear. I didn't click play. I'm sure I didn't click play on that. Alright, I need to add to next up, which it is on. I need to shuffle, and I need to tell it to repeat all without playing that other random one. So what it did is my playlist ended, my shuffle playlist ended, then it just started playing a radio of either liked songs or favorite songs or something, or just songs that it thought it'd like. But yes, sorry, the end of my thought was, I don't know, well, obviously Daft Punk does, but it's a remix, obviously, so even if technically speaking the remix wasn't like the remix artist's copyright, then the original samples are the original artist's copyright as well. It gets complicated. I don't have the rights to stream that, so I'm just not gonna. But I have the rights to stream the stuff I made, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know if that's, like, that could be not an illegal remix, but, like, that could be a remix that is not able to be used. But it could be, like, privately listened to, but, like, not for other things, so, like, because of the samples that are in it specifically, you know. Anyways, I'm not a copyright lawyer, I just know that I should just use the stuff that I make and show the stuff, and show those stuff, so, yeah. So that's why you're listening to this playlist of, it's only about 20 songs, but they go for long enough that it's not too repetitive, I hope. Anyways, that clearly we only had just, in the 2 hours, we only just got through, one set, so we'll just got to cycle them through again. So, yeah, that is tall. Okay, right, so the point of this chair, the reason we brought in the chair to consult. Let go of the wall. Just let go of the wall. Oh, there's several walls here. Is that what's happening? There are more than one walls. I don't even. Oh my gosh. need to group them. I swear I had these grouped previously. Don't know what is happening. Okay, chair needs to consult, but does need to be center stage. As is our little marker over here is how tall a seat might want to be. But maybe a little taller than that. Let's dupe it. Move it. Raise it by Z. We'll say this is the original. Actually, let's move it more this way. So that's the original height. And this is the height that I think we maybe want to do. And then I can use that as reference so I don't have to keep looking over here. Right, the thing I'm going to borrow is this cushion. Because this is already so very couch-like, hopefully, that we can just use it. I might have to make it a bit square and flatter, but oh my gosh. I might need to squidge it around a bit more. Alright, it might not look exactly like that square couch in the picture, but it's going to be a type of couch, and then we can make a different couch if we need to. I could even use this for armchair. I'll make a couch first, because couch is important to the plot. Couch is plot. Ooh, what if we turned it upside down and you wouldn't see all of the... You'd see have the round bits, but not all of the squishy bits. Just like regular couch cushions, just flip them over when you need to. Okay. We can build something out of this. We need to top down it again. One moment. Sorry, everybody. Come on. Do the thing. Ooh, I am back. Sorry, phone calls, and I had to figure out how to like pause and mute everything. I don't have a "I'll be right back" button. I don't have that sort of capabilities yet, so here we are. I'll open up all my things. There we go. How much time are we willing to dedicate to making furniture is the question. That is the question. Um, it's got to be a bit of time. Only because the furniture making part of it is, in fact, a good chunk of my job in this jam. It very much is a core and intricate part of, integral, rather, part of what's needed generally for the jam. Um, but yes, agree. Yeah, lots of shit. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be doing a bunch of streaming. Like I said, I've already done I've done 2.5 hours now. I said by 2.5 hours, I will have wanted to make. I've made all of these things. I've made the walls, which we can build the building blocks out of. So by the end of the day, hopefully, that I have enough to build a level, and then I can focus on the cool thing, like making the player character, because that is going to be like a full half day probably. But I don't know what they are going to look like yet. And because it's going to be a demon, like lots of creativity can go into this one. So yeah, that one can be cool because it's the player character and it gets to be cool and funky. As long as it's mostly humanoid and it can be rigged. Excuse me. But that's not going to be today's stream. Like, fully have to commit to having, like, at the moment, the player character can literally just be a cylinder in terms of blocking out the level. What we actually need is the pieces to build the level out and have them in place so that they are ready to go. Because that will impact everything a lot. So, hence, we're duping everything and just doing this stuff. I really got rid of... I've got to start getting rid of things in this scene because, or moving them. Because there's... Oh, put the wall down. Put the wall down. Put the wall down. Let's squidge them out here so they have some room to, like, look around. Might even move the wall out this way a bit so I can look at this from all angles. Okay. Select it from this side. Rotate. Cool. What does the couch look like again? Where's that picture? Oh, right, yeah. It's a lot lower than Yeah. It's not much more than two widths of the couch cushion tall from the bottom bit. Right, yes, no, yes, I've seen a couch before. What are you talking about? Let's scale. Not that way, though. Let's scale this way. And then also this way. So I'm giving it the soft squidgy effect without actually having to remold anything, hopefully, is my ideas here. Something like this. Oh, it's going to be a very lumpy couch. That's okay. We are fine. We are fine with this being the case. Couches are just chairs with squishy bits. Nope. Do. I don't want to do that, I guess. Just want this one, and this one. That's pretty good. Why does it feel like this couch is upside down? And I haven't even started. Okay. I know why it is. It's because it's much too tall. It's extremely too tall. I don't know what I've done, but it is way too tall. Turns out couches are probably lower than your average chair. Actually, turns out. Generic short old lady couch. Well, you'd think that, but then you compare it to this chair, and then you realize, oh no, what have I done? What we do here is we smudge this one down just a bit over there. I think I'm gonna have to like, yeah, I'm gonna have to sort something. Couch. I have to keep reminding myself what a couch looks like. Couchification. Too bad. Where did you come from? What are you doing? What is your role and your purpose in life? You can become couchback. It's a very jelly looking couch. I tell you what. It's probably a bit too round. I think I will have to sharpen the edges, but it's the building blocks and it's the general shape that I want it. So I think I can get away with it. Look, I just can't afford this time around to like fiddle faddle fuddle with so much individual items because I'm gonna run out of time. I mean, once the back went on, that's a couch now. Oh, it's a little hard to hear me at the moment. What have I done? Is the music too loud or is the microphone too soft? Which are two different things. What have I done? Just check the bits locked in. What have I done? How is that? Or is that still too quiet? I can turn me up. Microphone is too soft. Okay, let's try this. How about this? Is this better? I may have been just talking quietly. How is that? Or something else, something else is also wrong. I've turned the microphone up a little bit. How is this? Much better. Excellent. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I shouldn't have messed with my settings when that phone call came in. Okay, the back of the couch is the only thing that looks kind of jank, but the front is looking pretty dang couch-like. Except for some of the overlap here I will want to fix, but I can do that pretty easily. Scale this down a little more. We might even make the bottom of this scale all of these a little. Couch cushions that don't quite line up with their respective. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little more. What's the overhead look like? Overhead looks very couch-like. I could even... Oh, that's a perfect couch top-down view, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a couch. That's a couch and a half, that is. And I could easily make that a 2-seater, 3-seater couch, whatever I need for the purposes. We'll make this, might even call this save as to couch to seat. You'll call it that. Doesn't matter, I have 2 copies, that's okay. And now what we're gonna do, this is the fixin' bit we gotta do. Let's work on this guy. Might need to sculpt. Like, this has already been sculpted, so like that's how I got this in the first place. So I don't know if anything other than sculpting. What the heck? Where's my couch? Oh. Right, our tools allow us to thusly perhaps an elastic deform. We need a little bit bigger than that. Just make it big. Also need to sharpen this. Plastic deform might just do the job. It keeps it round whilst not sharpening it too much. Just want to bring those edges in a little, essentially. This is the real blending of Blender. Making squidgy things. Good thing couches are like an organic thing that doesn't need to be perfect. That's how they make couches, right? That's the essence of a couch. I think I've said couch too many times. That's weird. Couch, couch, couch. Gotta use that all important smooth button. Make it smooth. Ugh, too smooth. A little bit of smooth. What about flatten? Maybe it's flatten that I need. Because this is sitting on the bottom on the floor, so it kind of does need to be flat. What have I done? That is not flat. Flat to where? What is this? This is kind of flat. I think I might be making it worse. If that strength is pretty high, maybe I turn that down a little. It is very solid from all angles. All angels. All angles except from behind. Yes, I agree. If this doesn't turn out, I might undo all of what I've done. First time chatter. Sheep illusion. Hello, hello. That is sure a smooth couch. Oh yeah, super smooth. You want a nice smooth couch for your smoothness. It could use some final touch-ups, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's looking better. Like this, I just need to get this to look like the other side. I should have done symmetrical sculpt, actually. It's not too late to do that. Start over and do it again. Because symmetrical sculpt would make sure it's like the same on both sides. Is there any symmetrical edit? I don't know if I've done symmetrical sculpt before. I definitely have done edits, like mesh editing, where it's you make it symmetrical. You make it symmetrical for if you're like making a face or making something that just has to be symmetrical. Faces are usually like key though. Smooth. Let's smooth it out a little bit of smooth. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. At the end. At the end of the day. I'm singing over my own music. Oops. It's not. I mean, it's not perfect, but let's zoom out and let's just see what we feel. That is it good enough? Which is the actual question. Of yeah, it looks like it sits on the ground now and doesn't just float around in the air. Okay, so what do we think of the backs? Okay, I need to move this chair. Object mode, go. We stole the bits off the chair we wanted, so he can go over here for a moment. So how do we feel about this couch from all sides? Does kind of like Play-Doh bits glued together, but is it good? Like, that's good. That's pretty solid. Like, that's a couch. More or less. This bit is a bit squonky. Especially this bit right here. Alright, back to sculpt. And we'll smudge these bits around until they comply. It shouldn't take too much, actually. Okay, now what do we think? That's a little better, I would imagine. Do we still want to pull out these corners that they meet a little better? In which case, I can do that with these corners. So if we swap objects here for a second, and we sculpt this guy a little, and we do a little gribby grab, ever so slightly, to this way. Oh, I like that profile. I like that profile that's coming out of doing that. That is... I'm kind of liking that. Being pulled out this way a little. Yes, Saria. That's my channel name and my in-game name and all my other names. So you can say Saria or, well, that's it. That's my name. Yes, as I know some people have their channel name as one thing and then they are something else. Like, yeah, it's like it's Pirate Software's channel, but his name is Thor. But yeah. Mine's just same difference. Sculpt mode. Okay, let's. Oh, jeez. Gotta zoom out a bit because I gotta grab more of it. I could make the radius bigger also, but like changing that all the time is just cumbersome. So if we pull these and then pull this out this way, and I pull out these, so that's more of a square profile for the leg, which is the stabilization part of the couch. Just push those in a little. So now what we have is like the formation of the legs of the couch, which look good from this side, and they look intentional, which is always a good thing. And if we look at it from this side, it looks good. If we look at it from this side, it's kind of... Oh, I need to change. Oh no. Swap objects. I swear Tab used to be able to swap object mode, but it like doesn't at the moment. I can't be bothered figuring out how to fix it. So we flatten it out so that's that. But yeah, if we pull out the corners just a little bit more. And I will reduce the radius for this one because I gotta pinpoint the bit that I want. Maybe not too much because it doesn't. I don't want it to be too different from the other one. No, I think that's good. Again, I can get caught up in a molding sculpting cycle, so we don't want to do that. So we'll grab. We'll do a bit of fill and smooth on the other side, and if it looks horrible. Oh, right. Wrong object. Yeah, that was a mistake. Object mode, edit mode, no, sculpt mode. Oh my gosh, we got to select the object. Object mode, sculpt mode. What does that do? Fills it out a little bit, fills it out too much. I just need it not to be too, need it to be more flat on the ground rather. Which I feel like we have achieved. I'd say that's pretty good. Oops. Again. Make sure you switch objects. Do I like that? Do I not like that? I don't know that I like that. That's weird. I like this one. Couch cushion comes over just a little bit. I'll smooth it off a little. Neat. Alright, I think that's good. Very good question. Mercedes or BMW? Well, I mean, I only know BMW, really. It's the only car I've been in. Like, I haven't been in a Mercedes, so I can't really tell. But I guess BMW, because it's the only one I have experience with. But that's only because I haven't been in a Mercedes, so I could change my mind. Somebody wants to send me one. Look, this is based on a sample size of 1, so just saying. Less than 1. Not even a sample size of 1 each. Just half. Sample size half. Are these couch cushions in the right spot? I need to go further down. Yes. That's it. That was the final touch. I think we're done here. I think this is good. Unless it turns out some other... Is that squidgy on the bottom side? Unless it turns out some other bits look weird. Let's look at its top down. What a couch-looking couch! I did say I wanted it to be the couchiest-looking couch. How couch is that couch? You know what? I might even, at the risk of breaking it, might even like make this bit a bit taller. Again, as I said, at the risk of like completely ruining everything that I've done. Did we like the low back or the high back? Low back? High back. think I'm kind of feeling the low back. Yeah? I feel like that's more couch than the high back one. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna save it. And we're gonna mark it with a B and put it in the oven. Yeah. Yep. What's our next thing? What are we making? I'm asking you guys. No, I'm kidding. What else do we do? So let's mark off what we've done. We've done cooktop. I don't really... I'm gonna just take out oven because it's not actually necessary for the top down and nobody will notice that there isn't an oven, but they would notice if there isn't a fridge or like a cooktop. So some people don't have ovens in their places. That's like a thing. So we'll go cooktop is done. We'll call... I need to add the things that I've marked off so I can mark them off just to say I've done them. We've done a regular bench. So these are not scalable. These are going to be kitchen cupboard. Maybe. When I take that out, that feels like extra window dressing again. That's not necessarily needed. Kitchen things. We got couch. We're gonna mark off couch. Whoops. Let's do the fridge next. Oh, I have a nice shortcut for the fridge. Okay, we're doing the fridge next. If I knew how to do a poll, or if I am allowed to do a poll, I don't even know if that's like a thing, I would do a poll to say what item to do next, but like, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not gonna. It's a good reason not to do something. Well, actually, it's not a very good reason not to do something. That's just me being lazy. Is that too squidged? Look, I'm sorry. I do need to just like play with this just a little bit. I feel like that the front of this is not like super something. Like this end is... Oh, no, it's too much. Okay, somewhere in between this and that. Okay. Yeah, I think it's right now. Let me check from top. Top is still good. Did I do it too much? I think I did it too much. Maybe I need to do a flatten on this side as well. Maybe that's just what I need. It's just to do a nice old flatten of all the things on this side of the couch. What did this do? And did it improve it? Ooh, that's looking kind of janky over there. What's happening? Oof. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Something weird happened over here, and I'm not a fan. No, it was always like that. No, I'm gonna put all that back the way it was. Must have done that earlier. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, that's better. I don't know what happened there, but it's fixed now. Top down view, top down view. Still good. I think it still looks like a couch. Hopefully it still looks like a couch. It can't be anything but a couch. We'll color it couch colored and they'll know. Okay, that's good. It just that front of it looked a bit squiff. But I think it's fine now. Alright, we are officially done with this now. What is the next object? Bridge. Right, yes. Thank you for the reminder, because I forgot what the next object was. Even if you typed that a while ago. Alright, we're gonna make the fridge, and then I'll feel accomplished for the day. And then I'm gonna just break for some food. I might just like break up the stream and do like eat and then re-stream after I finished eating. Yeah, I think. So let's do fridge and then some food. Append. Now, my clever idea for this is going to be go up one. Go up a couple. I have something for this. A tall cabinet. Maybe even a short cabinet. Let's append both of these. Oh, I can only do one. Okay. Can I choose the whole thing? I can't really choose the whole thing. So what this is... Let's just get into object mode here for a second. What this is a box-like structure that already has like little divots in it. Let me see. What have I got? Ooh, fridge! Fridge is fridge. I like fridge. Fridge looks good. That is a very fridge. That's a fridge-looking fridge right there. IKEA fridge for the win. Most generic fridge. Like, that's what I'm going for. Like, most generic object. That's what we did for our, like, office game. It's, like, the most iconic, generic, looking old thing that you could ever even comprehend is exactly what you want. Oh, I want control. There we go. So I know this is not a fridge. However, there are a lot of the similar design elements we can incorporate into it. Oh, I need to switch over to... Oh yeah, this is... Oh, I did bring the textures across. It's very shiny. It's that beige old, like, it was shiny, but like beige with the little lock and the little metal like drawers that you like if I figure out what axis this is on, you pull out the drawers. Like, I made them fully fledged drawers. I didn't have to, but I did because I wanted to make them like an actual object. So let's just use this as a starting point. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's make it a bit wider. And look, this fridge can have shelves as well. Like, that's not against the rules. What if we did... I like the idea of the freezer in the bottom being like that, like, wide freezer kind of thing. So if we go scale this also... And that's a drawer that you pull out. And then the fridge door... Get rid of all but one of these. And just pop this over here. This fridge does not need a lock, so we'll take that off. And we're going to need to change its colour, but that's okay. And we rotate this guy this way. Look, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're just going to look and see what happens. And then we scale... We scale on this section. Look, it doesn't need to actually open or close or anything like that. It just needs to hold up to look at, does it look like fridge? Yeah, I may need to adjust. But we'll see, we'll see. I might colorize this so it actually... the couch is blue because I borrowed its textures. Check it out. Blue couch, same as the blue cushion. Oh yeah, this is the Oh, I've zoomed in way too far apparently. Like this is the office chair in all its glory. How officey does that office chair? Like I was pretty proud of that chair. Anyways, let's go this way. You can see my trail of destruction of what I used to make other things. Alrighty. Yes, okay, so we make this squinch up and then scale this way. Look, when you think about it, how's that not a fridge? Like, look, okay, that's not quite right, but I mean, that's pretty fridge-like. Just gotta put this in the right spot. We'll bring that out a bit. Because then you can have, like, the whole handle that is the fridge handle there. Or maybe not. Maybe we make this handle smaller. Can we... Let me think about this. Can I make this smaller this way? Yes. We scale this... Ugh. We scale this. Nope, we scale this. No! What? I did all of them. Oh, this one. It was the one I wanted after all. So that's the handle. But then what I do is I go edit mode and I tell it, hey, give me this guy. And I want to grab him and I want to make him long. As long as it's not doing weird things to the other one. I grab this guy and make him long. And then I have a handle that isn't the size of the entire fridge door, which, I mean, I didn't hate actually, but like, just to give it some more realism. Oh yeah. Not that it really matters, but since we've got textures on this, I should make this the right color for a fridge. Oh yeah, object mode. I forget where anything is. Textures. Oh, here we go. Base color. It definitely needs to be grey. Lighter than that? Maybe? Well, I can stream after the food break. Most likely, yes. I don't know how long the food break will be because I'm hungry. But, yes, I will stream after the food break. Unless there's like a little gap we need for a bit of project management, but otherwise, yeah, I plan to stream as much as this as I can. So when the fridge is done, I'll grab some food and then I'll be back on in a little bit. I just need to lighten it, right? To make it more that aluminium kind of finish, which is kind of what I'm going for, but just not getting it. I don't know about this handle. Maybe the handle needs to be bigger or smaller. It's just the wrong size right now, and I don't know whether it needs to be bigger or smaller. Scale Y. Scale Z. No, I hate the small handle. It needs to be... Maybe it does need to be the size of the... No, it needs to be the size of the fridge, I've decided. That is the correct option. And that one slides open this way. We just need to stretch this guy this way more. Then you got a little hingy hinge on the side. Stretch just like... No, stretch, not grab. Stretch slightly more. I'm gonna have to line up some. Oh, of course, because you need that bit separate. Um. Oh, but then that's right. I see the dilemma here. Yes, that's right. That was the bit I needed to fix, and I haven't fixed it yet, where the door is needing to be. Like, I might just modify this. Oops, not delete it, just modify. Modify this somewhat so that we're working with. Just get down to the basics again. So if we go edit object and we get rid of some of these extra bits that we don't need. So there's like this bit, I'll get rid of the face. Oh, not the face, I want to get rid of like basically all of these pieces actually. Oh, except for that. I want to keep that one. Oh, I need to grab this out here so I can see what I'm doing with it. Oops. Oh, select all. Grab. Okay. What we want to do is we want to make this flat again. We have removed some of the required faces. Okay. Or do we fill this in and then delete the other things? No, we fill it in and then we merge. That'll get the result that we need. You can't wait till Supernova this year. That's cool. I have entirely forgotten when the Supernovas are on. I used to go all the time, but I haven't been in like several years. I was gonna say 5 years, but I feel like it's been longer than that actually. Just so long. I used to cosplay. It was so good. So fun and just like to hang out in like the nerdy atmosphere. It's just so good. Um yeah. Now, did that do the thing? Ah! Uh-oh. What the what? Do I have vertices with no faces? Is that what's happening here? I got my end result though. I think that's right. Actually, I might abandon the shelving structure over there. Because what if I just took this now? Let's go back to our regular mode. Let's go back to object mode. And what if I just took this and then duped and made this like oh, a little bit more than that. Somewhere in between the two. Scale the Z. Move the Z.
Is it something strange?
Oh, it sits up the other way though, doesn't it? Is it a swinging door on both?
Is it something weird?
Oh, it's a swinging door on both, but you grab it from the top. Hmm. Does this look weird for a fridge? I know it looks weird because it's yellow at the moment, but like, even if that was like silver, is this strange? I think it needs to be less shiny actually. Or more shiny? That is too shiny. This is much too shiny for a fridge. Needs to be more metallic, slightly less shiny. Slightly less metallic than that though.
You can't explain why. You can't contain it.
Hmm. Standard middle class fridge. Oh, that's what I'm going for.
No. What is it?
I can add some fridge magnets later on, yes. So like it's very obvious that is this is fridge. Welcome fridge. What is that? Get rid of that. I don't know what that is. Don't need that. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Let's just fix. Okay. Oh, that's not really segmented all that much, is it? Like I'd need a literal gap in there. Hmm. Alright, here's where we try instead. Let's leave that be. Let's dupe both of these. And we'll try this one with the other way around. I don't want to know why it's rotating on that axis, but I'm not going to ask questions right now. All I want it to do is do the thing I want it to do. That's too tall, but got the idea. Got the spirit. I think I might just put a block, like a decoration, like a band or something like that to, like in fact, let's just grab, let's just grab a new object, like a cube, and I'll put an embellishment on. The one on the right looks better. This one here, you reckon? Yeah. What we might do, grab our cube. Yeah, because it looks more cohesive probably. So what we'll do is we'll grab our little piece. Oh, that is like far away from where I thought it was. That needs to be a heck of a lot smaller, please. Perspective, am I right? Now hear me out. This is just an embellishment to separate the top from the bottom because I don't know how else to visually do that. So it's just going to be a small gap divider from the swinging parts on each one. Just like a little. I need to see it from the top. I don't even see what I'm looking at. What am I looking at here? Oh, I need to do it in this mode or I cannot see. Is that not this mode? Surely. Oh, that's because that's covering it? I don't even know anymore. Alright, let's scale him to just beyond there. And then this one needs to be... Look, you all guys need to line up here. Okay, maybe I just eyeball it. Very carefully, precisely. Something. Okay, I think that hangs out on the edge, just on each side, just by a tiny tad. I would have duplicated the box itself, but the reason I used a fresh one is because I don't want it to be a lot more like a fridge. Yeah, I hope so. It just needs something to like give it. What I might even do is I give it the same embellishment and the same material that this guy has. So if I go material and I delete that because that's not the material I wanted. I wanted to apply an existing material. And I give it this material. Then I imply that that is like just a band of separation all around the outside. I could even make that thinner, like it doesn't need to be that thick. And even make that even thinner. Just as a very delicate, although having it similar thickness to the like handles makes it like big chunky chungus guy, but let's bring this one up a bit and just see how that sits. I think this needs to be... It's pretty close. I think it's pretty close. Yeah, I don't like this one. I'm getting rid of this one. I think this is pretty close. Something... I know what's missing. I know exactly what it's missing. There's no line of separation for the door or the hinge. The question is, does it need one? So if we were to dupe this, just this part, and make it like slightly bigger. Scale. Oh, this access point is going to be the death of me. Okay. Axes, where are you? Where is your origin? Tell me about your origin story, because I'm very keen to know where in the heck your origin point is. Plain hard to get. Okay, we'll set origin to geometry. Now what do you think of that? That is yeah, that's what I wanted. Ha-na-na-na! Now, that's the embellishments you need for a fridge. We should think of some touch-ups. Yeah. Oh, I mean, if I could just get through the block building phase, I think I'll have some aliveness for some of that nonsense. We want to scale origin point, set origin to geometry, because I don't know what the heck else. Like, it's obviously, I told it its origin was based on the other object as a whole, so its only origin point is part of the rest of it. Yeah, oh, I do. I need to get some food. I'm not thinking straight because I've been streaming for like 3. I said 2.5 hours. It's nearly 3.5 hours now. So I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, working for 5. So, well, I say working on this, but like the designy bit of the game jam needed to happen first. What have I done? Did I pick up the wrong one? Scale. Scale in a line, boys. Scale in a line. Oh, and I've now made the band too big. That's fine. Actually. It actually works for us. Okay, what I'm gonna do... Give me my properties. Dimensions are... I don't need the Z, I just need the X and the Y. So 4.67, 2.39. 2.39. Oh, and some cents. 4.67. Did I say 67? This doesn't feel correct. That is its X. What was the actual one that I needed? 3.46. Ah, the one that's very close. That makes more sense. Why does this still feel incorrect? I guess I just gotta align it now. 1, 2. No. No. You are the center object in this instance. There we go. Perfect. Ah, that's what we needed. We needed that little edge lining to make it look like fridge. And our band now just separates the top and bottom drawer and doesn't go all the way around the fridge, which I'm thinking is what I want it to do. What food am I thinking of? Well, I could be thinking of any sort of food, but what food do I have? Well, I've got some leftovers in the fridge I'm gonna eat. Because I thought ahead. Planned ahead, in fact, even. So that's what I'm gonna do. Easy peasy. Easy. Easy GG. I feel like the band is too close to the bottom one, but in order to fix the bottom one, I need to change a little bit about how this works. But only a little. We put this here. Maybe I only have to move it a little. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfectly aligned. Alright, now what I'm gonna wreck it now. I'm gonna edit mode. I'm gonna grab a face. Just this one. I'm gonna grab it and Z shift it upwards. So it fills that in. And now I have fairly equidistant place between the bottom and the top handle. And I feel like I want this one to do the same. Or maybe I leave it like that. Is it too close to the floor? Is my question. I could just make the handle smaller. No, I could just make... we scale Z. Wow! Scale Z. We scale the Z down. Even further. And then we change our faces. Phew. Phew. Excuse me. Yep, that looks good. And then we pull this guy up just a little bit. If it's too much, we can always put it back. What we also can do is grab this guy. Grab both these guys. I need to grab all. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. This... Yes, this is how I want it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit up from the bottom. You can still grab it from the side. And it's an equidistant amount of space between the top and bottom grabber. And this goes all the way along for aesthetic purposes. It's beautiful. I mean, it's perfect. Like, look at this guy. Shiny. And from the top, he looks kind of boring because he's a fridge. But what can you do? You know what? You know what we can do? What we can do is we can give him... We can mess around. Again, this is not going to be translated into the game nearly as much because it'll need to be recreated in the other one. But we can make him a bit more chrome. He's very shiny now. He's extremely shiny. Might need to lighten it a little. Holy cow, you could like fix your hair in this fridge. Far out. Look at him. Shiny boy. Might be a bit too light now. Somewhere in between the two is some happy medium. Maybe a little rougher, but still metallic. I want it to be slightly shiny. I don't know. I keep going back and forth, but like... That's looking good. That's looking fridge-like. Chrome's so nice. Chrome's such a great, underrated, like, colour palette. People don't realise. What if it was a dark fridge? Oh my gosh. What do we think of the dark fridge? Like, with a little bit of shininess? Like black chrome? Yeah, chrome's great on cars. And chrome's a decent browser too. But, oh... I'm kind of in love with this black fridge now. The dark on shiny doesn't look good. I don't know. I've been looking at the other ones for so long. I kind of loved it. But you're right. It's not really... It definitely doesn't fit with our fridge-looking fridge aesthetic. It's more like modern chic kind of look, which doesn't fit with the aesthetic we're currently going for. Alright, we'll stick to this one. We'll give him... I'll try and like approximate the aluminium color as close as possible. Oh, is that too metal? That's very metal. That's extremely metal. What happened here? Oh, the color is like way up there. Is that aluminium yet? I think I'm not going to mess with the handles because I think they're pretty perfect. You want an old lady? Yeah, right. The old lady's not going to go with the bold design choices of black with a chrome finish. Like, that's not what she's going to pick. She's going to pick the boring old, smart but casual fridge like this guy here. You're right. That's what's going to happen. No room for creativity. No, I'm kidding. It is the aesthetic, and if I futz around too many with making fancy, actually nice looking things, it's going to take way too long. One of these is the direction I wanted to take them. I just wanted to see what happens if we pull these handles out a bit further, if they're a bit more prominent from the top, and it does nothing for the profile. Except ruin what is an otherwise perfect fridge. Again, it's all not all going to be seen from the top down only, but it can just translate. You know what? Let's put something on top of the fridge that makes it a fridge. What is the most common item that goes on top of a fridge? And I'm going to save and close it there. And when I come back on stream, if you have any ideas on what can go on top of the fridge that is quintessential top of the fridge thing that, like, when you see it in the game and see something, an object where something is sitting on it, and you go, oh, that object must be this because this is sitting on it. So, what sits on a fridge? Much like a cooktop sits on a counter. Alright, I am going to... Yeah. Time for some bio breaks in general. Some bio breaks. So we're going to stop stream now for a moment. I'll start a new stream up in a little while after I've had some food. And then Capitalism, I'll catch you later. And anyone else who's been lurking, thanks for being around. And hope you come back after I do. Alright, bye.